Sometimes do you feel like shutting up because you think all your hard work is for nothing? What if I told you that you need to keep going right when you want to give up? Miyamoto Musashi said many wise things that we will go over in this video to show you why persistence isn't just a trait, it's a way of life. Reason 1. The universe loves stubborn people. Strange things happen when people are stubborn. That kind of stubbornness that won't listen or learn. That kind of stubbornness that won't give up. The kind that says, no matter how many times I fall, I will rise again. Everything in the universe seems to like this kind of energy. See what you can't see with your eyes, Miyamoto Musashi once said. He meant that life has a deeper pattern, a hidden current that helps people who keep going. People who don't give up when things get tough often find that things work out in the end. It's not luck. That's how the universe reacts to energy that never stops. By going on even when it hurts, you show life that you're for real. The doors that looked like they would never open again start to creak open. You got stronger, not because they got easier to open. A holy fire is stubbornness in the pursuit of a goal. It makes you more disciplined, clear, and strong. And these things about you make you attractive. Chances come your way. People look up to you. The world makes room for you, not because you're special, but because you wouldn't let it. Musashi's life showed how to keep going even when things get hard. He wasn't born into a noble family. He had no teachers, money, or position. He was strong-willed. He got better by failing, being hurt, and practicing. He stood when everyone else fell. People didn't believe him, so he fought. People all around you give up too soon, so the fact that you won't is your strength. The universe loves you because you don't wait for signs. You turn into the sign. Don't give up when life tests your determination. Being determined to follow your path is not a flaw. It's the best thing about you. Reason 2. Your next win could be one step away. The idea that growth is linear and can be seen is a dangerous illusion that most people believe. But the truth is that your success could be right around the corner. It's just that most people quit right before the magic happens. As Miyamoto Musashi taught, time and patience were very important for winning. Quote, "You must understand that there is more than one path to the top of the mountain." From the Book of 5 Rings. He meant that the way to success isn't always clear, and it's often filled with chaos, doubt, and sadness. But if you keep going even when you don't know what will happen, you're more likely to find that opening, that time when everything changes. Imagine that you were climbing a steep mountain and couldn't see the top. You're worn out, your legs hurt, and you're not sure if it's worth it. What if you were only 10 steps away from the top, though? If that last push led to the view of your dreams, would you do it? It's sad to say that most people give up after step 9. They quit their job, their dream, their relationship, or their goal, but they don't know that the universe has already planned the reward for them. It just hadn't shown up yet. Musashi never quit a fight because it was tough. He never ran away from fighting, but because he knew how quickly the fight could change. It's possible for your enemy to give up because you fought longer than they did. In life, that same rule is true. Your determination wears down problems that skill alone can't solve. One more day. Just one more try. One more thing. Sometimes that's all it takes. Your next win is just around the corner. It's just hiding behind your ability to keep going. Ask yourself, what if I'm just one moment away from everything I've ever wanted? Before you give up. Reason 3. Failure is just a data point. Failure is not the end, it's information. Still, a lot of people treat it as if it were the end. But Miyamoto Musashi didn't see failure as a loss. He saw it as a chance to learn. Every mistake, missed shot, and loss in practice taught them something. If you miss a move in battle in Musashi's world, you could die. So he studied his mistakes very carefully. He thought about what went wrong, fixed his form, changed his approach, and came back stronger. He knew that defeat was not the enemy, but rather his teacher. Many people know that Musashi said, "Today is victory over yourself of yesterday. Tomorrow is your victory over lesser men." That way of thinking changes what loss means. You've already won if you fail today and learn from it. Failure isn't about you, it's about facts. It helps you find what does work by telling you what doesn't. Look at the people who are the best at what they do. All of them have failed, some in public and some in secret. They failed, but they didn't let that define them. Instead, they took the lessons out. They used the facts to get it right again. This is why they were able to succeed. Too many people are afraid of failing because they think it means being ashamed. They believe it means they're not good enough. However, the truth is that you are not your mistakes. You are their answer to them. You will fail if you think of it as the end. It can be a stepping stone, though, if you look at it as knowledge. Think of failure as a guide. It shows you the wrong way to go so you can find the right way. Every failure is a message that tells you to get better at what you do. Change your path. Do not stop. To train, Musashi lost fights. He lost the game in practice. But he learned from every mistake and built up his strategy, discipline, and inner power. That's why he never lost a real fight. He had already lost a lot of weight to get ready for his path. Don't give up the next time you fail. Pay attention to the present. What does it teach you? Use the mistake. Do not let it take advantage of you. Reason 4. You're editing your life story. You can't put a script on life, it's a live story. Also, you're writing the story and the main character. You are changing your story every time you make a choice or get back up after falling. That's why you need to keep going. The story isn't over yet. Miyamoto Musashi thought that life was always changing. Don't stay in one place, he said one time. Flow like water. That means that your character, your success, and your fate are not set in stone. It changes based on the choices you make, especially the choice to keep going. Sometimes, when things are bad, you might think this is the end of the story. That's not true though. This is only the first part. It could be one page. What happens in the next part will depend on how you react to that moment. When we read stories that move us, they're never about people who had it easy. They're about people who fell and got back up. People who could have given up but did not. People like Musashi. Musashi wasn't always a hero. He started as an orphaned boy with a wooden sword. He was dirty, angry, and misunderstood. But he kept showing up. He kept fighting. He kept learning. And with each task, he rewrote his story, from street fighter to undefeated samurai, from Ronin to philosopher. Your life works the same way. If you quit now, you're letting one chapter define the whole book. But if you keep going, you give yourself the chance to grow. You allow your story to surprise you. Maybe right now you're in a dark season. Maybe everything feels unsure. But remember, this is just a plot twist, not the finish. Write the comeback. Write the salvation. Rewrite the parts you don't like. But above all, don't stop writing. Because one day, someone will read your story. They'll look at your journey, your fights, your resilience, and they'll say, if they made it, maybe I can too. So pick up the pen. You're the author. Keep going. Reason 5. Someone's watching and learning from you. You may not know it, but someone out there is watching you. Maybe it's your younger brother, a friend, your child, a stranger, or even your future self. Someone is watching how you face hardship. And you're teaching them something, whether you know it or not. Miyamoto Musashi thought that one must live and act with awareness at all times. He wrote, "Respect Buddha and the gods without counting on their help." In other words, live as if your every move carries meaning, because it does. When you choose to keep going despite pain, you're showing courage. When you rise after failure, you're showing resilience. And when you fight for your dreams when others would give up, you're setting seeds of inspiration in people you may never meet. Think of a time when someone else's story pushed you forward. Maybe it was a movie, a book, or something they said. That same power lies within you. But only if you keep going. You never know who you're helping by staying. Maybe your child will remember how you chased your dream. Maybe a stranger saw you get back up after heartbreak. Maybe your future self is looking back, thankful you didn't quit when it got tough. Musashi's reputation continues not just because of his victories, but because of his example. His life became a blueprint for warriors and thinkers for ages. He didn't preach with words. He taught with deeds. And that's exactly what you're doing. Every step you take forward is a silent word to someone else. You can keep going too. Even if you feel anonymous right now, you're not. Someone's watching. Someone's listening. Someone's taking strength from your persistence. So carry that duty with honor. Keep going. Keep fighting. Keep rising, because your bravery might just be the light that helps someone else find their way. Reason 6. Quitting is boring. There's a harsh truth we don't say enough. Quitting is boring. Everyone does it. It's expected. It's safe. But greatness? That's built on the backs of those who refuse to quit. Miyamoto Musashi loathed mediocrity. He thought that life was a battlefield, and you either trained to win or you faded into nothingness. He said, "It may seem difficult at first, but everything is difficult at first." That's why most people give up. Not because they can't, but because they don't want to suffer discomfort. The discomfort is what makes life interesting. It's what makes victory important. If everything came easy, nothing would be worth having. Quitting may give you short-term relief, but it robs you of the thrill of control, of the pride that only comes from winning, of the adventure that lies just beyond suffering. Think of the best stories ever told. None of them focus around the person who gave up. We remember the fighters, the rebels, the survivors. We celebrate those who said, "Not yet. I'm not done yet." Musashi could have quit after his first fight, after he was hurt, after being sent away. But he didn't. People told stories about his life because of that. Not because he was easy, but because he kept going even when things got hard. You don't need to have a dull life. You don't have to be normal. You do not have to do what everyone else does. You can go the fighting way. The artist, the builder, who made it. You have to keep going. Since it's easy to quit, a lot of people quit. Giving up is easy to forget. Perseverance is an art. Grit is beautiful. And being strong is where the magic is. So ask yourself, do you want to sigh when your life is over? Or one that rings out through time,